I just started my trucking career, and I think I've already made a huge mistake. Let's talk about that. Hello everybody and welcome back to the vlog. Um, so, we're going to talk about possibly one of the biggest mistakes I made. First, we're going to go over a few comments from episode 1. I appreciate all of the comments. Alright, so let's go in order here. One, Jason Borg says, great story, Jim. Really looking forward to more episodes. I'll keep an eye out for you on the freeways. Safe trucking, buddy. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. RN Agri, brilliant roleplay, Jim. Looking forward to more. Thank you so much, RN. Rory. Rob J says, looking forward to the series, Jimmy. You should get Case or Ron to join you in a few episodes. That might be a great idea. So be on the lookout for something like that. Adam Powell, first class video, Jimmy. Keep on trucking and keep the great content coming. Thank you, Adam, for your support. You're top notch, buddy. You're always there on YouTube, Twitch. I appreciate everything. Even got a comment from Air Agri. Well, Jimmy, was happy to get an email about this video. Now the series is right up your street. Looks like you did well in that college. Now stay away from them aliens. Not a chance. Now that was good crack practicing your reversing. Yeah, I totally screwed that up. Big thanks for the mention for KP and David Harrington on my Hurricane Harrington series. It means a lot. Hey, no problem, buddy. We can bounce ideas off each other and stay safe, bud. Sounds like a plan. And last but not least, Glenn Gar. Great video, Jim. Looking forward to more episodes. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Now we're going to get in to my comment that I started on this video. I hate to say it, but I think I've been duped. And what I mean by that, when I was talking about this trucking company that I picked out, due to the simple fact that they claim to help you find work and get a job. That's not necessarily the case. Their idea of helping you find a job and get work are quick loads. So once you get sick and tired of doing quick loads, you're on your own. I'm sitting here now in El Paso where we dropped off, and I'm taking a frac tank back to Albuquerque because that was the best paying load I could find. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this or not, but these are all the companies, I'll show you, that I have applied to. There is several of them there. You may not be able to see that screen, but it is 27 companies to be exact that I put applications into. I've heard back from 6 of those companies, and every company asks the same question, and when I answer no to that question, the interview is essentially over. They ask me, you know, how much over-the-road trucking experience do you have? And when I say none, they say, you know, thanks but no thanks. Get a year's worth of experience, then reapply with our company. Well, guys, if nobody will hire you to get the experience, how are you supposed to get the experience to get a job? It makes zero frickin' sense. So a little aggravated. This is not how I wanted to start my trucking career, but it looks like we're going to have to do what we have to do, whether that means applying at a smaller company at less pay, which I haven't been working in a while. That's really not ideal. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to have to do. Buying our own truck is like a pipe dream at this point. Definitely won't have the money for that. So I don't know. I'm going to get this old Pete fired up here. Got a 389 Pete. Had my coffee for the day. Had truck stop there. So what we're doing is we're taking a frac tank, basically what we hauled down here. We're going to haul another one back to Albuquerque. This seems to be like a pretty steady run, Albuquerque to El Paso, back and forth with frac tanks. It was the best paying job I could find on the load boards that the broker didn't take 35% of the load. I don't know if they have brokers where you guys are at, but to be a broker for a trucking company in this country, all you basically need is a smartphone. Sit on your couch, you broker these loads, and you get paid, and the driver does all the work. It's mind-boggling to me, but it is what it is. So, here we go. Back to Albuquerque. This truck is, excuse me, an automatic, which that's all they had in the school. That seems to be all you can really buy nowadays. I'm really not my cup of tea, but these fracking companies, they have their own trucks, and I can only drive what they have, so we'll deal with it for the time being. We got about 237 miles to go. It's going to be a short run. Once we get to Albuquerque, we will check out the boards, the load boards, and see if there's anything available. And
finding a new route.
I decided to go left there. It's a little bit easier to get out of this town. And I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed that one of these companies calls me back and offers me a job. If not, I don't know what we're going to do, boys. I really don't. As I said before, there's no chance of owning my own truck.
Go straight on.
It's just not going to happen. Got too many bills. I got a house, wife and kids. I got to make money. I don't need another expense. I'm going to blow this red light and just tell them it was yellow. So they didn't get me, so it stayed yellow. But I hope you guys enjoyed the first video in the series.
Keep left and then turn left.
And I basically, I'm kind of like the guinea pig. I'm making these videos just to show people exactly what becoming a truck driver in America is all about, and if it's for you or not. I thought I did all of my research, and it turns out that I didn't know everything that I thought I knew. I hate to say that the trucking school lied. I mean, that's such a strong word. Technically, they didn't lie. They're helping me find jobs. They're just not helping me find a job. So, deceptive practices, maybe. But nonetheless, it's almost just like any other school, training facility, whatever you want to call it. They're going to tell you what they have to tell you to get your money. So, and talking to some of the drivers, I stopped at a truck stop this morning before I started recording, and I just talked to some truckers at the truck stop, some old heads that had been in the business for several years, and they pretty much told me, they said, yeah, Jim, that's kind of the way it is out here, It's not very reassuring, but hey, you know what? At least I know what the deal is. So I'm prepared. I've always got a backup plan. I'm not quite sure what that's going to be just yet, but they're not going to keep old Jimmy down. Jimmy's going to bounce back from this. I'm going to get me a job somewhere, whether I have to beg, borrow, and steal, if I have to talk to the owner of the company, whatever I have to do. I've got good work ethic at every job I've ever had. I've got references, former bosses, former employees that worked with me, worked for me. I mean, they're going. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see what the future holds. Now, this frac tank here is empty. It's only 6,600 pound. And I'm getting about 6.5 miles a gallon, which is horrible, because what is that going to be when this thing is 30 or 40,000? When I start showing my wife these fuel bills, she is going to kill me. That's why I want to get on with a company that covers your fuel expenses and everything else. Even if you make a little less money per mile, it's worth it, because that money's not coming out of your own pocket. I talked to several owner-operators out there, and currently right now what they're telling me is, if you, bottom line, if I bought my own truck and either pulled somebody else's trailers or even bought my own trailers, I'm going to have to be getting at least like $1.85 a mile, or I'm not making any money. I'm just barely scratching at the surface. When you lease onto a company, if I would happen to lease onto a company, and they find the loads for me with my own truck, they get 35% of that profit off that load right off the top. They get their cut. If I go through an independent broker, they're looking anywhere between 35 to 45% right off the top. And then if that's my truck, I've got fuel cost, road tax, maintenance, breakdowns, all of that, food along the way. You know, if my truck's not equipped with all the latest and greatest high-tech, you know, refrigerators and APU units and inverters, you know, I could pack a cooler, but I'm not going to be eating very good, especially if I want a hot meal. So I'm trying not to think about all the bad that's going on. I'm trying to think positive here. But it's not looking good. I have added a Bluetooth unit into my headset here, so in case I would happen to get a call on the road, of course it's illegal to drive and talk on your cell phone at the same time, so I will be able to answer the phone, and if one of these companies would call and offer a job. But I didn't even want to make this video today. I was so pissed off this morning talking to some of these companies and hearing the same BS over and over again. You know, I get it, you're looking for experienced drivers, but if nobody will hire you to drive, then there's no way you can ever get the experience. I mean, you can't get the experience unless somebody's willing to take a chance on you. That's bottom line. So, but I'm going to stay optimistic and just keep chugging away, making a little bit of money here and there, send it home, you know, so we can pay the bills. We got about 115 miles to go until we get back to Albuquerque. I still got quite a bit of drive time for the day left. I just had a reset last night. I had kind of an early day on that first load, you know, so I took my reset. I've got my hours in now. I can go. It's basically a 14-hour day with 11 hours of drive time. So after 11 hours, that's it. No matter how much rest you've had, that's it. 11 hours a day. And I understand. It's smart. You don't want, you know, like in the olden days, truckers, you know, taking white pills and driving 16, 17 hours a day, falling asleep at the wheel, and having an accident and, you know, hurting people, killing people. But you know, when you think about it, the industry is partially to blame for that. And what I mean by that is, if these wheels on this truck aren't rolling, you're not making any money. A lot of drivers get paid by the mile, not by the driving hour. You know, your average Joe goes to work every day, they get an hourly wage, and they go home. It's not like that with trucking. You get paid by the mile, and like I said, if those wheels aren't spinning, you're not making any money. So to try to maximize the amount of miles driven in a day, or if you're going to drop a load and pick up another load and take off, you know, you figure it out. It wouldn't be long before you figured out, hey, I need to drive a hell of a lot more per day than what I'm doing right now. I'm not trying to discourage anybody from this business, but these are the things that I wish somebody had been doing for quite some time, had sat me down and kind of mentored me and, you know, told me all about it. Because there's a lot I don't know, and a lot of it I've been told is you just got to get out there and do it and figure it out for yourself. So that's what I'm doing. So we're already starting to see signs for Albuquerque. Pretty big city, actually. Rio Bravo Boulevard is a pretty busy place. A lot of industry on that strip of road there. I tell you what, this old 389 now, this for an automatic, this truck runs good. Well, I was going to let that boy get out, but it looked like there's another change lane there, so. Very good running truck. I don't think it's maxed out at all. I think this one's got a full 40 horse in it, a cat, but it's pulling now. This trailer doesn't weigh much, 6,600 pound, but by God, I think it'll pull it just about as fast as I want to go. I definitely don't want to get caught speeding, especially while I'm trying to find a job. You don't want any of that on your record, especially if they run your report.
Keep right.
This is my turn here. So, we'll get in here and get this load delivered, and hopefully there's something good on the boards. I might be a little late to the party. Usually the boards, you get up 6 a.m., they get flooded with jobs, and that's when you're going to find the best paying jobs. And so it's a race. It's almost whoever has the fastest internet and who can refresh the page, you know, just keep spamming that mouse and refreshing that page till the loads come up, and then so I'm way behind the 8 ball as far as that's concerned. At this point, anything's better than nothing. I will definitely take it. I need some money, and hopefully these miles here and these hours that I'm putting in will go count towards my experience.
Exit right.
I don't know.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
So, welcome back to Albuquerque. It's a good look at that frac tank and that 389 feet. Kind of blocking up the road here. Really not a whole lot I can do. You know, I had green light to go, and this one was red, so city traffic, I'm telling you. Not my cup of tea at all. So once we get here and get unloaded, I will. I've showed you once, I believe, in the last one, but I'll show you the load boards and how it works. I mean, it's pretty. The internet has definitely opened up how it works. I mean, you don't even have to talk to anybody anymore. You just click on whatever job you want, and if it's still available, you get it. So. Talk about social distancing. I mean, you used to have to call these freight companies and get it all worked out, and not anymore. They've kind of deregulated the trucking industry,
Turn left.
which kind of killed the independent trucker, and kind of killed the union. Well, that's a story for another day. Been enough woe is me in this video. Get into reverse there, girl. A pretty tight yard here. I'm gonna have to swing this rear end around and come back. Didn't want to hit that forklift. Hopefully I don't want to hit this old boy here. He's just hanging out. So get this tank put back in its place here. I tell you what, some of these yards are clean, and some of them just have equipment laying all around. They really don't think about the guys having to deliver these loads too much, which I get it, you know, but still. If you know you got loads coming, clear the driveway. I'm way off, ain't I? No, I'm not too bad. It's that doggone forklift that's really... I don't want to hit that thing. Guess I had a little more room than I thought, but... Alright, so that's that one. Our continued education here, we're going to keep going into long distance, and Chevron out of El Paso, Texas, $10,300 per job if you have your own vehicle and acquire directly at our dock in El Paso. Well, sorry, Chevron. Definitely don't have that. So let's take a look at these load board real quick. We are in Albuquerque. We got a job hauling juice down to Big Spring, Texas, or Midland. 394, and same amount of mileage, just a little bit better money. But do I want to take a day cab on that run? Gee, look at this old... Gee, mini Christmas. Okay, 100. Holy crap. Okay, so that's... what do we got here? We've got a 500 horse Lone Star with a sleeper. We have a 345 horsepower Mack day cab pulling 41,000. Yeah, I think we'll just roll with it. We'll haul some juice. Alright, so got no beat up trailer there, but it is what it is, I suppose. So let's get situated here. Let's get in the seat. At least back here where we can see some mirrors. About yay. Alright.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Never driven a Mack before. Pretty good looking old truck. Lower the brakes. And we... oh. We'll get out this way here. General Mills, huge distribution centers they have all over the country. Let's turn our headlights on for safety purposes. Big Spring, Texas. So hopefully if one of these companies were happen to call, I could at least, you know, send them a printout or email all the trips on we all run an e-log, electronic logbook, so, you know, they might be able to see that and take that into consideration for any experience. Boy, I'll tell you what, this old load is heavy on a 345 horse truck. About 40,000 pounds worth of juice.
Get ready to turn left.
She's heavy.
Turn left.
Truck ride's really good though, especially for a day cab. Usually day cabs are pretty rough riding. Pretty nice riding truck. Of course, it's a newer Anthem. It's either I think it might be a 2019 or a 2020. I'm dying to get my own rig though, I'll tell you that much.
Get ready to turn right.
Or get into a company rig of some sort. That truck that I can call my own, where I can get it set up the way I want it, and I'm not living out of a duffel bag. Go bouncing from truck to truck. We might end up having to even get some fuel on this run, but if that's the case, the company here will cover that bill.
Turn left.
So we wouldn't necessarily fill up. We just take what we need basically to get the job done. Once we drop the truck, when the next driver gets it, they will put in. They'll actually be told from the company how much fuel to get and all that good stuff. So these guys gonna let me. Wow, pretty friendly in Albuquerque. Usually you gotta fight
And then turn right.
battle for dominance and supremacy on these roads when you're trucking, but yeah, not too bad. So we're in another automatic truck. It's the way the world's going. Definitely going that way.
Keep right.
First impression on this Mac, I gotta say I kind of like it. They're starting to gain popularity
Keep left.
in the U.S. Their Mac just came out with the Anthem a couple years ago, and more companies are starting to use them a lot. Freightliner is a popular brand, so it's good to see a mix of different trucks on the road. Competition, healthy competition, is a lovely thing. They're making them more comfortable. They're making them more driver friendly, which is excellent.
Keep left.
Electronics and everything else in the trucks. We are going to have to we get done here, and that'll be us for the night. That'll probably be all of our drive time, plus it's going to be late. We're looking at getting in to Big Spring about 3 in the morning. Make it in there earlier. Nighttime traffic shouldn't be much at all, so that's going to help us. So, oh, phone is vibrating. Hold on. Yellow. Yeah, this is him. Good. Doing good. Yeah, well, actually, I'm on a run right now. I'm going from Albuquerque to Big Spring. No, sir, it's a quick load off the load board. Yes. No, currently I'm not driving for a company at the moment. Yes, sir. Yeah. ATS, Albuquerque Trucking School. No, I do not. No, I have no, I have no no over-the-road experience. No, sir, I'm not really interested in team driving, and I'd like to stay solo. Yes, sir. At this at this point in time, I'm not looking to purchase a truck. I'm just looking to drive for somebody. Yeah. Well, financially, I'm not in the situation right now to be, no matter what the payments are. Or, right. Uh-huh. All right. Well, I thank you for your time. Uh-huh. All right. Thank you. Bye. How much over-the-road experience do you have? Guess what? None! Oh, boys. What do you do? What do you do? So, there's another one I could scratch off of the list. And if you're wondering, that was the company CRST out of Des Moines, Iowa. Or Cedar Rapids, I'm sorry. Cedar Rapids. I think that's company number 8. I don't even, I've lost count. 8 or 9 that's told me, you know, you're beat. Jeez. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? All I know is we got 270 miles to go until we get to Texas. I've got about 270 miles of estimated fuel in my tank. Let these cars merge here. I do know the speed limit is 75, and I'm digging that. Which means we'll probably get to Big Spring a little bit earlier than expected. This is a 24-hour dock that we're delivering to another distribution center to distribute to the local grocery stores and whatnot. Actually a 7-Eleven, which is a huge chain of convenience stores if you're not aware of that name.
Keep right and then exit right.
I damn sure don't want to call my wife in the morning and tell her that
Exit right.
I got another phone call. You know,
Get ready.
I'm stressed enough about it. She doesn't need to be stressed about it.
Turn right and then keep right.
Sorry, this is kind of a long vlog today, fellas. I just wanted to
Keep right.
get some miles in, get some money. And I ain't gonna lie, my goal was to hopefully get a job on camera, you know, answer a phone call, virtually shake hands, thank you, I'm hungry. Nope, not so much. So I guess that'll be for another episode. Or an update from an episode if they happen to catch me off camera. Now, this is the first time I've seen this happen. My estimated fuel mileage and my actual mileage that I have to drive is almost the same. Should I chance it? I don't want to run out of fuel and be that guy. I've got a fuel card in the truck from the company I'm driving for, so it'd be easy enough to stop and get fuel. This is a small tank anyway. I got about 47 gallons left out of a 144 gallon tank, so it is small, but it's a day cab. It's one of the smallest engines that Mack puts into their fleet trucks. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see how. Maybe we'll see about how much left in the tank when the fuel light comes on. If these trucks even have a fuel light, some of them don't even have a fuel light. So I damn sure don't want to be out of fuel going down a hill and having to rock my truck to get it to roll into the in the filling station. If any of you ever seen that on any type of vlog or live video, leave me a comment. I think I remember seeing that happen to a fella before. Anyway. But guys, thanks for coming on this little crazy adventure with me and this starting off my trucking career, which I don't know. It's kind of got a rocky start. Gee, you'd think they'd put a red light here at this seems kind of dangerous intersection there, but I digress. You know what I like about small towns like this is it's all boarded up. It's 10 o'clock at night, almost 10:30, and the whole town's shut down. Everybody living on Main Street is probably cussing me for driving through with this loud-ass truck while they're trying to sleep. I'm sure they're used to it. Highway 60 here is a very busy, popular route for truckers going across west to east and east to west, so they're used to it. This is kind of a long, desolate stretch of road. I may have... maybe I should have got fuel back here at that Love's truck stop. Put our brights on here. Old flatbed trucker. A few of them pulled in there for the night. Give him an old honk. You're probably not even sure why I honked at him, but 175 miles to go, and it says I've got 177 miles left in the tank, estimated fuel. So if I come across a truck stop or a filling station, I am going to pull in and put I don't have to put a lot of fuel in, just a little bit, just to get me there and get this dropped. Coming up on Clovis, New Mexico. We are not in Texas just yet, but by God, we're getting close. This 345 horse, boy, she struggles to get started. But once she's going and once you get up to speed, it's a nice running truck.
Go straight on.
I wouldn't want to pull anything much heavier than what I'm pulling now with this engine configuration, but not a bad rig whatsoever. Sounds pretty good too. Right now it's almost midnight. It's 11:30 at night. I should be asleep. But kind of on the night shift. There is a filling station up the way here. I think they've got it's a truck stop.
Go straight on.
Oh, I was gonna get over, but maybe I'll wait for these couple cars here. And I'll just tell everybody coming behind me that I'm going to get in this lane so I can pull in and get some fuel. I don't want to chance it, guys, and I don't want to run out of fuel this late at night and look like a complete idiot trying to call ahead and get emergency fuel and have that, you know, coming out of my, because that's going to come out of my pocket. They gave me the fuel card. It's up to me to get fuel, and if I screw that up, that's on me. So let's whip in here and get some fuel. That ought to do the trick. About 44 gallon worth. Oh, nice. Fuel expenses have been paid. Perfect. Go out here to make it a little easier. We should be coming up and have to make a left at the
I'll find a new route.
at the light.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
We're almost there. Train rolling through. Boy, there's houses right over there. How the heck would you like to? Thanks, buddy. how the heck would you like to live there in that train coming through about, well, what is it, almost nearly midnight? Whew. That'd wake you up. Maybe you'd get used to it. I don't know. Not too bad though. We got 150 miles to go. We have a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit. I'm getting a slow lane here, so that's going to help us knock this out in no time. Thought we was going to stop there for the light, but we didn't have to come to a complete stop at least. Highway 84. There's the old train right now. So, if you guys are enjoying the series, please leave a comment. I really appreciate the comments. I like when, you know, my viewers engage. Muleshoe, Texas. And yeah, please. I greatly appreciate it. It lets me know that you guys enjoy it. And I enjoy making it.
Go straight on.
I was going to kind of get over because I thought I'd have enough momentum to take old Herschel back. He got a nice truck, doesn't he? Nice looking KW. Driving by Pedro, and good Lord, will you take a look at those fuel prices? Jiminy Christmas. Hard to make a living. Now we got a 75-mile-an-hour speed limit, so that is going to expedite this load. Like I was saying earlier, guys, this vlog here is gonna be a little long. I'll try to you know, keep them to the 30-40 minute mark. I just I had a lot to ramble about and I need to start getting some miles in and making some money, so it's almost time for me to call it a night. Unfortunately, I probably won't get much sleep. I'll shut her down for the night. Hopefully I can find a place to sleep. I really don't want to pay for a hotel. Maybe there's one of these companies that has a terminal down here that I can stay at. It's currently 3:09. No, it's currently 12:38. Geez, I don't know. My ETA to get there would be 3:09 a.m. I'm losing it. I'm getting sleepy. But we're almost there. Thank goodness. It's been a long day, and you know, I just crossed another company off of my list. Struggling. Really struggling. But we're going to power through it. This isn't going to stop me. We're going to make it. Trust me, we are going to make it. Coming up on one of my favorite. Oh, I need to slow her down. Lubbock, Texas. Boy, the brakes on this thing are sensitive. Holy cow. If you want to stop, you can stop. Especially, I'm kind of impressed with the load that's on this thing and the stopping power of these Macs. Holy crap. They've got some brakes. I thought we might shave a little time, but it's still telling us 3 a.m., so.
Keep right and then turn right.
I don't think we're going to shave much off. We have less than 100 miles to go.
Turn right.
Which is a good thing. $75-mile-an-hour speed limit. Yes. We might shave a few minutes off, but I don't think we're gonna. Coming through all these small towns is just what's slowing us down with the light, you know, the stop lights. And we're on a good 4-lane now. Seems like a pretty good straight stretch of road. Oh, look at that moon up there. We're almost to hit the 1-hour mark, guys, and like I said, didn't mean for it to be this long. Sometimes you just can't help it. Got our cruise set at 75. Now if we can just stay like this for a while, we're going to make excellent time. Our ETA time is slowly going down. We're going to get there a little prior to 3 a.m. it looks like. But if you've stuck it out this long, I appreciate it. It means a lot. $50 to go. So I'll get a few hours sleep after this, and even if I don't vlog for a while, guys, I will throw a video up immediately if I find a job. So I will let you all know right away. And we can kind of celebrate together. So, La Mesa, Texas. We are getting close to Big Spring.
Go straight on.
Volvo dealer. Almost got me. It's the left hand turning lane. There we go. I think I actually received an email from Volvo at some point saying, hey, come drive. Oh, I'm going. I was 3/4 of the way through it when it went red. Basically saying, come drive for us. Lease a Volvo. Buy a Volvo. Whew, that'd be expensive. Golly, I couldn't even imagine what the payment would be on something like that. You'd have to be in a very comfortable position making quite a bit of money per mile to even consider something like that. But we're close, 25 miles, guys. But wow, nothing bad to say about this Mac. I mean, it's a little underpowered, but of course it is a day cab, and you just don't want all that weight on the front axle, you know, with a bigger, heavier engine on a day cab like that, because you don't have the counterweight of the big bunk and sleeper and everything in the back. So I get it. You got to kind of be careful. I can see the lights of Big Spring, Texas.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Let's pull in here to 7-Eleven.
Get ready to turn left.
Must be sharing a center here with Walmart.
Turn left.
Boy, these distribution centers, guys, are huge.
It's all over.
Well, look at here. That's an easy place that they have set aside for me to park. I guess they're not ready, and they'll park it up at the dock with their own truck. So good for me. We're gonna shut her down and unhook. All right. Getting some more of that. Oh, and we got an email. What do we got? We can help you grow. We couldn't help but notice your steady earnings. We would like to assist you with developing your potential even further. Your credit limit has been raised to $500,000. A $500,000 loan. It makes me sick just thinking about it. Anyway, I gotta go find a place to sleep. I gotta get a shower. Sorry it was so long, guys. I thank you so much for hanging in there with me, but I had a lot to talk about and we had a lot of driving to get done, so I will see you guys next time. And remember, stay safe out there, guys. Love y'all. We'll see you next time.